Welcome, dear listeners. Tonight, we journey to the magical realm of Mythoria, where Prince Leander is troubled by mysterious dreams of a crystal lily hidden deep within an enchanted forest. As we explore this captivating tale of courage and discovery, allow the soothing sounds of nature to wash over you. Take a deep breath, let go of your worries, and prepare to drift into a peaceful slumber as we uncover the secrets of the hidden valley. Now, let's begin. Chapter 1. The Hidden Valley. In the heart of Mythoria, nestled between rolling emerald hills and shimmering sapphire lakes, stood the grand castle of King Alaric and Queen Seraphina. Their son, Prince Leander, was beloved by all for his kindness and courage. However, despite his noble demeanor, Leander was plagued by a series of enigmatic dreams. Each night, he would find himself wandering through a misty forest, drawn towards a radiant flower with petals as clear as crystal. This flower, a lily of the valley, would whisper secrets in a language he could not understand. The dreams left Leander restless, his heart yearning to uncover the mystery behind the visions. Leander confided in his parents, who listened with concern. "My son," King Alaric said, "dreams have guided many a hero in the past. Perhaps there is more to your visions than mere fantasy." Queen Seraphina, with her gentle wisdom, suggested that Leander visit the royal gardens, hoping the tranquility might bring him clarity. One crisp morning, Leander strolled through the gardens, his mind adrift in the fragrance of blooming roses and lilacs. He paused by a serene pond, gazing at his reflection. "What are you trying to tell me?" he whispered to the unseen forces behind his dreams. As if in answer, a gentle breeze rustled the leaves of an ancient oak, carrying with it a faint melodic whisper. Leander closed his eyes, straining to understand the words. Though he could not make out the exact message, the breeze seemed to urge him towards the enchanted forest at the edge of the kingdom. Determined to find answers, Leander decided to embark on a journey into the forest. His parents, recognizing the resolve in their son's eyes, gave their blessings. King Alaric handed Leander a finely crafted sword, while Queen Seraphina bestowed upon him a cloak woven with protective charms. As Leander prepared to leave, the castle's inhabitants gathered to bid him farewell. "May the spirits of the forest guide and protect you," said the head gardener, an elderly man with deep knowledge of the land's flora and fauna. With a heart full of hope and a mind brimming with questions, Prince Leander set out on his quest. The path ahead was uncertain, but he was driven by the belief that the crystal lily held the key to understanding his dreams. With determination in his heart and a sense of destiny guiding his steps, Prince Leander ventured towards the edge of Mythoria, where the enchanted forest began. The dense canopy of trees loomed ahead, casting dappled shadows on the forest floor. The air was thick with the scent of pine and earth. and the distant chirping of birds created a soothing melody. As Leander entered the forest, he felt a strange sense of familiarity, as if he had walked this path many times before in his dreams. The trees seemed to whisper secrets, their leaves rustling softly in the gentle breeze. Leander's horse, a sturdy and faithful steed named Astral, trotted carefully along the narrow trail, ears flicking at every sound. The deeper Leander went, the more he sensed the magic of the forest. The sunlight filtering through the leaves created patterns that danced on the ground, guiding him forward. Every so often, he caught glimpses of ethereal creatures flitting between the trees. Fairies with wings that shimmered like dragonfly wings, and sprites that left trails of sparkling light in their wake. After hours of riding, Leander decided to rest by a small clearing. He dismounted Astral and led him to a nearby stream to drink. As Leander knelt by the water's edge, he noticed the reflection of a peculiar figure standing behind him. Startled, he turned to find a petite, spry old man with a long, flowing beard and twinkling eyes. "Greetings, young prince," the old man said, his voice as soft as a whispering breeze. "I have been expecting you." Leander stood up, intrigued yet cautious. "Who are you? And how do you know who I am?" The old man chuckled, a sound like the rustling of leaves. "I am Aemon, the hermit of this enchanted forest. The trees speak to me, and they have told me of your coming. I know of your dreams and the crystal lily you seek." Leander's eyes widened. "You know about the crystal lily? Please tell me more." Aemon gestured for Leander to sit, and they both settled by the stream. "Long ago," Aemon began, "a magical flower bloomed in this very forest. It is said to possess the power to reveal the deepest secrets and truths. This flower, the crystal lily of the valley, appears only to those with a pure heart and a noble quest." Leander listened intently as Aemon continued. "The crystal lily is guarded by the forest's ancient magic. To find it, you must venture deep into the heart of the forest, where few dare to go. The journey will be perilous, but the reward is beyond measure." The prince felt a surge of determination. "I must find this flower, Aemon. It calls to me in my dreams, and I believe it holds the key to my destiny." Aemon nodded, his eyes glinting with approval. "Very well, Prince Leander. I will guide you as far as I can, but you must rely on your courage and wisdom to complete the journey. Follow the path that the forest reveals to you and listen to its whispers." With Aemon's words etched in his mind, Leander thanked the hermit and prepared to continue his journey. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the forest in a golden glow, Aemon gave Leander a small pouch filled with herbs and charms to protect him on his quest. "Remember, young prince," Aemon said as Leander mounted Astral, "the forest is alive and it will test you. Trust in yourself and the magic that surrounds you." With a final nod of gratitude, Leander rode deeper into the enchanted forest, the path ahead cloaked in mystery and magic. The whispering trees seemed to guide him, their ancient voices weaving a tapestry of secrets and promises. As twilight deepened into night, the forest seemed to come alive with a soft, luminescent glow. Prince Leander rode onward, guided by the whispers of the trees and the faint glimmers of light that danced along the path. He knew his journey had just begun, and that the heart of the forest held many secrets yet to be unveiled. Suddenly, Astral halted, ears pricking forward as if sensing something ahead. Leander peered through the dim light and saw a small, humble cottage nestled among the trees. Smoke curled lazily from its chimney, and the warm glow of firelight flickered through the windows. Leander felt a strange sense of déjà vu, as if the cottage was a place he had known in another life. Dismounting, Leander approached the door and knocked gently. The door creaked open, revealing an elderly man with a long, flowing beard and kind, twinkling eyes. Eamon, the hermit of the forest. Although they had just met, Eamon's presence felt comforting and familiar. "Welcome, Prince Leander," Eamon said, stepping aside to let the prince enter. "I see the forest has brought you to me once more. Come, warm yourself by the fire." Leander entered the cozy cottage, where the aroma of herbs and spices filled the air. He settled into a chair by the hearth, grateful for the warmth after the long, chilly ride. Eamon handed him a cup of steaming herbal tea, which Leander accepted gratefully. "Thank you, Eamon," Leander said, taking a sip. "Your kindness is a beacon in this dark forest. Please tell me more about the crystal lily. What is its significance, and why does it call to me in my dreams?" Eamon nodded, settling into his own chair. "The crystal lily of the valley is a flower of great magic and mystery. Its origins are as old as the forest itself. Long ago, it was said to have been created by the forest spirits as a gift to humanity. The lily possesses the power to reveal hidden truths and secrets, but only to those who are worthy and pure of heart." Leander listened intently as Eamon continued. "Many have sought the crystal lily, but few have found it. The flower appears only to those with a noble quest and a heart free of malice. Your dreams are a sign, Prince Leander. The lily calls to you because it believes you are worthy of its secrets. But what secrets does it hold?" Leander asked, his curiosity piqued. Eamon leaned forward, his eyes reflecting the dancing flames. "The secrets of the forest, the true history of Mythoria, and the destiny of those who rule the land. The crystal lily can reveal the past, present, and future. It can show you the path to wisdom and enlightenment, but it can also uncover painful truths that have been hidden for centuries." Leander's heart quickened. "I must find it, Eamon. I feel that the lily holds the key to understanding my dreams and my purpose." The hermit nodded solemnly. Your quest will not be easy, young prince. The forest will test your courage, your wisdom, and your heart. You must be prepared to face whatever challenges lie ahead. Eamon reached into a small chest beside him and pulled out a map. It was old and faded, but the intricate lines and symbols were still visible. This map will guide you to the hidden valley where the crystal lily blooms. Follow it closely and trust in the forest's guidance. Leander accepted the map with reverence, knowing it was a precious gift. Thank you, Eamon. I will not fail. The hermit smiled, his eyes twinkling with a mixture of wisdom and mystery. Remember, Prince Leander, the forest is alive. Listen to its whispers, and it will lead you to your destiny. With renewed determination, Leander prepared to leave the cottage. As he stepped outside, the forest seemed to welcome him with open arms, the path ahead glowing faintly in the moonlight. The prince mounted Astral and set off, the map clutched tightly in his hand, and Eamon's words echoing in his mind. The journey was far from over, but Leander felt a sense of purpose and hope. The crystal lily awaited him, and with it, the answers he sought. The enchanted forest whispered around him, urging him forward into the depths of its ancient magic. With Eamon's guidance and the map in hand, Prince Leander felt a renewed sense of purpose. He rode deeper into the enchanted forest, where the magic seemed to thicken the air, and the whispers of the trees grew louder, almost guiding his path. As the sun rose, casting golden beams through the canopy, Leander knew that his journey had truly begun. The path was winding and often treacherous, but Leander's resolve was unwavering. The forest was alive with wonders and dangers alike. Birds with plumage as vibrant as rainbows flitted through the branches, their songs mingling with the rustle of leaves. Small, curious creatures peeked out from behind trees, their eyes wide with wonder at the sight of the young prince. Leander encountered many magical beings along the way. At midday, he came across a talking fox with fur as red as autumn leaves. The fox introduced himself as Renard and offered to guide Leander through the denser parts of the forest. The forest can be tricky, Renard said, his eyes twinkling with mischief. But I know its secrets. Follow me, and I'll lead you safely. Grateful for the assistance, Leander followed Renard. The fox led him through hidden trails and secret clearings, their journey marked by the delightful discoveries of the forest's magic. In one such clearing, they encountered a family of sprites, tiny beings with wings that shimmered like glass. The sprites were mischievous, playing tricks on Renard by hiding his tail in flowers and vines. Despite their playful nature, the sprites were kind-hearted and shared tales of the forest's ancient magic. They spoke of the crystal lily, describing it as a beacon of purity and truth. The sprites warned Leander of the trials he would face, but assured him that his heart's purity would guide him. As the day wore on, Renard led Leander to a serene meadow where they decided to rest. The meadow was carpeted with wildflowers, and a gentle stream meandered through it. Leander felt a sense of peace here, as if the meadow was a sanctuary protected by the forest's magic. While Leander and Renard rested, they were visited by a majestic stag with antlers that glowed faintly in the twilight. The stag bowed its head in greeting and spoke in a deep, resonant voice. "Prince Leander, I am Eldrin, guardian of the forest. Your quest is known to us, and we have watched your progress with great interest. The crystal lily is not easily found, but you have the strength and purity to succeed." Leander bowed respectfully. "Thank you, Eldrin. Your guidance is a gift. I am determined to find the lily and uncover its secrets." Eldrin nodded. "Beware, young prince. The forest will test you, and not all trials are straightforward. Trust in yourself and the allies you make along the way. The lily awaits in the heart of the hidden valley, where the moonlight touches the earth with silver." As Eldrin departed, the meadow began to glow with the soft light of fireflies. Leander felt a sense of wonder and hope. He thanked Renard and the sprites for their companionship and prepared to continue his journey. The path ahead was still fraught with uncertainty, but Leander felt more connected to the forest and its magic. Each step brought him closer to the hidden valley, and with each step, his determination grew stronger. The crystal lily of the valley was not just a dream. It was a promise, a guiding light in the heart of the enchanted forest. With renewed determination and the encouragement of his newfound allies, Prince Leander continued his journey deeper into the enchanted forest. The path became narrower and more overgrown, with ancient trees standing sentinel on either side. The light filtering through the leaves took on an ethereal quality, casting everything in a gentle greenish glow. As Leander rode, the sound of flowing water reached his ears, growing louder with each step. He soon found himself at the edge of a clear brook that meandered through the forest. The water sparkled like liquid crystal, and the air around it was filled with a soft, melodic whispering. Intrigued, Leander dismounted Astral and approached the brook. Kneeling by the water's edge, Leander listened closely to the whispers. To his amazement, the brook was speaking in riddles, its voice a gentle murmur that seemed to come from the very depths of the forest. The seeker of truth must find his way by listening to what the waters say. Hidden paths and secrets old, revealed to those with courage bold. Leander pondered the riddle, understanding that the brook held clues to guide him further. He knew he had to be patient and attentive to decipher its meaning. The water's surface shimmered, and as Leander stared into it, he saw fleeting images of the forest's secrets, hidden paths, ancient trees, and glowing flowers. Taking a deep breath, Leander addressed the brook. "Wise brook, I seek the crystal lily of the valley. Can you guide me to its hidden valley?" The brook's whispers intensified, forming another riddle. Where the moonlight dances on the ground and ancient trees in a circle are found, Follow the path where shadows play, to find the lily at the break of day. Leander committed the riddle to memory, understanding that he needed to find a place where the moonlight touched the earth in a circle of ancient trees. Thanking the brook for its guidance, he mounted astral and resumed his journey, the whispers of the brook lingering in his mind. As night began to fall, the forest took on a magical glow, with fireflies lighting the way like tiny floating lanterns. Leander pressed on, scanning the forest for signs of the ancient circle of trees mentioned in the brook's riddle. His heart pounded with anticipation, knowing he was getting closer to the hidden valley. After hours of searching, Leander noticed a clearing up ahead. The moon had risen high in the sky, casting its silvery light across the forest. As he entered the clearing, Leander's breath caught in his throat. Before him stood a circle of ancient trees, their gnarled branches reaching towards the sky. The ground within the circle glowed softly with moonlight, just as the brook had described. Leander dismounted and walked to the center of the circle. The air was thick with magic, and he could feel the presence of the crystal lily growing stronger. He knelt on the moonlit ground, closing his eyes and allowing the forest energy to wash over him. The whispers of the brook echoed in his mind, guiding him further. Suddenly, a soft, melodious hum filled the air. Leander opened his eyes and saw a faint, glowing path leading deeper into the forest. The path seemed to beckon him, promising that the hidden valley was near. He mounted astral once more and followed the glowing trail, his heart pounding with excitement and anticipation. The journey was arduous, but Leander's determination never wavered. The forest seemed to part before him, guiding his way with a gentle, unseen hand. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Leander emerged into a breathtaking valley bathed in moonlight. The valley was filled with flowers that glowed softly, but at its heart stood a single, magnificent lily with petals as clear as crystal. Leander dismounted and approached the flower, his heart swelling with awe and reverence. The crystal lily of the valley had finally revealed itself, and as its petals sparkled in the moonlight, Leander knew that he had found the key to uncovering the secrets that had long eluded him. Prince Leander stood before the crystal lily of the valley, its petals shimmering like diamonds under the moon's gentle glow. The air around him was charged with magic, and the valley seemed to hold its breath in anticipation. Leander felt a profound sense of wonder as he knelt beside the flower, marveling at its ethereal beauty. The lily's crystal petals began to tremble, emitting a soft, musical chime that resonated through the valley. Leander reached out tentatively, his fingers brushing against the cool, smooth surface of the petals. As he touched the flower, a wave of light emanated from it, enveloping him in a cocoon of brilliance. Within the light, Leander saw visions, fleeting images of the past, present, and future. He saw the history of Mythoria, its ancient forests and noble lineage. He saw his parents, King Alaric and Queen Seraphina, their love and wisdom guiding the kingdom. He saw the faces of his ancestors, each one adding a thread to the rich tapestry of Mythoria's legacy. The visions shifted, revealing secrets hidden deep within the forest. Leander saw the ancient pact made between his family and the magical creatures of the forest, a promise of protection and harmony. He understood now that his dreams had been a call to restore the balance that had been threatened by neglect and misunderstanding. The light around Leander grew brighter, and he felt a warm, reassuring presence. The crystal lily began to speak, its voice a melodious blend of whispers and chimes. Prince Leander, you have shown courage, wisdom, and a pure heart. You are worthy of the secrets I hold. Leander listened intently as the lily continued. The balance of Mythoria depends on the bond between the royal family and the magical creatures of the forest. This bond has weakened over time, and it is your destiny to restore it. With this knowledge, you can bring harmony back to the land. Tears of gratitude welled in Leander's eyes. Thank you, Crystal Lily. I promise to honor the bond and protect the magic of the forest. As the light began to fade, the crystal lily's petals glowed with a radiant blue hue, signifying the bond that had been renewed. Leander felt a deep sense of peace and purpose, knowing that he had found the answers he sought. The valley around him seemed to awaken, the flowers glowing brighter, and the air buzzing with life. Leander knew it was time to return home and fulfill his destiny. He gently picked a single petal from the lily, a token of the secrets and wisdom it had shared with him. Mounting astral, Leander made his way back through the enchanted forest, the path now clear and welcoming. The magical creatures he had encountered along the way reappeared, their eyes shining with respect and admiration. Renard the fox trotted alongside him, and the sprites fluttered above, lighting the way. As dawn broke, Leander emerged from the forest and saw the familiar sight of Mythoria's castle in the distance. His heart swelled with pride and hope, knowing that he carried the key to restoring harmony between the kingdom and the forest. Upon his return, King Alaric and Queen Seraphina greeted Leander with open arms. They listened in awe as he recounted his journey, the trials he had faced, and the wisdom he had gained from the crystal lily. The petal he brought back glowed softly, a symbol of the bond that had been renewed. With his parents' support, Leander began the work of restoring the ancient pact. He forged new alliances with the forest's magical creatures, ensuring that the bond of protection and harmony would endure for generations to come. The kingdom of Mythoria flourished under his guidance, its people and the magical creatures living in peaceful coexistence. And so, The dreams that had once troubled Prince Leander now served as a reminder of his destiny fulfilled. The crystal lily of the valley continued to bloom in the hidden valley, its petals a beacon of truth and wisdom, guiding those who were pure of heart. Leander's journey had come full circle, and with it, the promise of a harmonious future for Mythoria. Chapter 2. Secrets Revealed. The days following Leander's return were filled with joyous celebrations and heartfelt reunions. The people of Mythoria were elated to see their prince back safe and sound. Yet, amid the festivities, Leander felt a deep, contemplative calm. The crystal lily petal he had brought back continued to glow softly, a constant reminder of the journey he had undertaken and the secrets it had revealed. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the sky turned a deep indigo, Leander found himself drawn to the royal gardens. The gardens, with their blooming flowers and tranquil ponds, had always been a place of solace for him. He walked slowly, his thoughts turning to the crystal lily and the mysteries it still held. Leander seated himself by a cluster of lilies of the valley, their delicate white bells swaying gently in the breeze. He closed his eyes, letting the sounds and scents of the garden wash over him. As he sat in quiet meditation, he felt a faint pulse emanating from the petal in his hand. Opening his eyes, he saw that the petal was glowing brighter, its light intertwining with the flowers around him. A soft, melodic hum filled the air, and Leander realized it was the crystal lily communicating with him once more. The flowers around him seemed to respond, their petals glowing faintly in a harmonious dance of light. Leander concentrated, trying to understand the language of flowers. The glow from the petal formed into symbols and images, each one carrying a message. Leander began to decipher the symbols, piecing together the ancient language of the forest. The flowers revealed the secrets of the land, the deep connection between nature and the kingdom, and the wisdom passed down through generations. As Leander delved deeper into this floral language, he saw visions of his ancestors walking among the same flowers, tending to them and understanding their secrets. He realized that the language of flowers was a means of preserving knowledge and wisdom, a way for nature to communicate with those who were attuned to its magic. One vision stood out among the rest. It was of his great-grandfather, King Cedric, standing in the same garden, speaking to the flowers. The flowers revealed to him the pact made between the royal family and the magical creatures of the forest, a promise to protect and nurture the land in exchange for harmony and prosperity. King Cedric's face was solemn yet resolute as he vowed to uphold this sacred bond. The vision shifted to show the gradual weakening of this bond over the generations. As Mythoria grew and modernized, the connection with the forest had frayed. The magical creatures retreated deeper into the woods, and the balance of the land was disturbed. Leander understood now that his dreams had been a call to restore this balance, to renew the ancient pact and heal the rift between the kingdom and the forest. The hum of the flowers grew louder, filling Leander with a sense of urgency and purpose. He knew that his journey was far from over. The crystal lily had shown him the way, but it was up to him to take action. He needed to renew the pact and restore harmony to Mythoria. With a newfound clarity, Leander rose from the garden and made his way back to the castle. He sought out his parents, King Alaric and Queen Seraphina, and shared with them the revelations he had received. They listened with awe and understanding, recognizing the importance of the task ahead. Together, they devised a plan to reconnect with the magical creatures of the forest and renew the ancient pact. Leander knew that this journey would require not just his courage and wisdom, but also the support and cooperation of his entire kingdom. The crystal lily of the valley had revealed the path, and now it was up to them to walk it. As the night deepened, Leander felt a sense of peace and determination. The language of flowers had spoken, and he had listened. With the petals still glowing softly in his hand, he knew that he was on the right path. The secrets of the forest were now his to protect, and the harmony of Mythoria was within reach. The next morning, with the dawn light casting a golden glow over the kingdom, Prince Leander prepared to set out once again. This time, his journey was to be guided by the crystal lily itself, which had revealed a hidden path leading deeper into the heart of the enchanted realm. With a small entourage of trusted companions, Leander set off towards the forest. The glowing petal from the crystal lily safely tucked away in a pouch at his side. As they ventured into the forest, Leander felt a sense of anticipation. The forest seemed more alive than ever, its whispers more insistent, guiding him toward the hidden path. The air was thick with magic, and the trees seemed to part willingly, revealing a trail that shimmered with a faint, otherworldly light. Leander's companions, his loyal friend Sir Gareth, the wise scholar Alaric, and the brave warrior lady Isolde, followed closely, their eyes wide with wonder at the magical sights around them. They trusted Leander's leadership and the guidance of the crystal lily, even though the path ahead was shrouded in mystery. The trail led them through dense thickets and across sparkling streams, each step taking them deeper into the heart of the forest. The deeper they went, the more they felt the presence of unseen forces, watching over them and guiding their journey. Occasionally they caught glimpses of magical creatures, a glimpse of a unicorn's silver mane, the flutter of a fairy's wings, the glimmer of an elf's eye. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across their path, they arrived at a clearing unlike any they had seen before. In the center stood an ancient gnarled tree, its roots twisting deep into the earth and its branches reaching high into the sky. The tree emanated a powerful aura, and Leander knew this was a significant marker on their journey. Leander approached the tree with reverence. The crystal lily petal glowed brightly, illuminating a hidden door at the base of the tree. The door was adorned with intricate carvings of flowers and vines, pulsating with a gentle light. Leander placed his hand on the door, and it swung open with a soft creak, revealing a path leading downward. "Stay close," Leander instructed his companions, and they descended into the hidden passage. The air grew cooler and the light dimmer, but the path was clear, and the petals' glow provided enough illumination to guide them. The passage opened into a vast underground chamber, its walls covered in ancient murals depicting the history of Mythoria and its bond with the forest. Leander and his companions marveled at the artwork, which seemed to come alive under the soft glow of the petal. They saw scenes of past kings and queens, of pacts made with the magical creatures, and of the crystal lily itself, blooming under the light of a full moon. At the far end of the chamber stood a tall, elegant figure clad in robes of green and gold. His presence commanded respect, and his eyes shone with wisdom and kindness. Leander knew at once that this was the guardian of the valley, the ancient being who had protected the secrets of the forest for centuries. "Welcome, Prince Leander," the guardian said, his voice resonating through the chamber. "I have awaited your arrival. The crystal lily has chosen you, and your heart is pure. You are here to renew the ancient pact and restore harmony to the land." Leander bowed respectfully. "Thank you, Guardian. I am honored to fulfill this destiny. Please guide us in this endeavor." The Guardian nodded. "Follow me, and I will show you the way to the secret chamber. There, you will find the knowledge of your ancestors and the tools you need to renew the pact." With a sense of awe and purpose, Leander and his companions followed the Guardian deeper into the underground labyrinth. The path was lined with glowing crystals and ancient artifacts, each one a testament to the rich history and magic of Mythoria. As they approached the heart of the labyrinth, Leander felt a deep connection to the land and its magic. The path had revealed itself, and with the Guardian's guidance, he was ready to uncover the secrets that would restore harmony to his kingdom. Leander and his companions followed the Guardian through the labyrinthine passageways of the underground chamber. The air was filled with a palpable sense of ancient magic, and the walls seemed to hum with a life of their own. The Guardian moved with a graceful, unhurried pace, his presence radiating wisdom and calm. As they walked, the Guardian spoke. "Prince Leander, you are the latest in a long line of guardians of this land. Your ancestors made a sacred pact with the magical creatures of the forest to protect and nurture Mythoria. Over time, this bond has weakened, but it is not beyond repair. You have been chosen to renew this pact and restore the harmony that once flourished here." Leander listened intently, absorbing the gravity of the Guardian's words. "I am honored to undertake this task," he said. "But I must admit, I still do not fully understand my role or how to renew this ancient pact." The guardian smiled kindly. "All will be revealed in time. First, you must understand the true nature of your heritage and the responsibilities that come with it. Follow me." They reached a grand doorway carved from a single piece of glowing crystal. The guardian placed his hand on the door, and it swung open silently, revealing a vast chamber filled with ancient scrolls, artifacts, and mystical objects. The walls were adorned with tapestries depicting scenes of harmony between the people of Mythoria and the magical creatures of the forest. "This is the secret chamber," the guardian said. "Here lies the knowledge of your ancestors. Each scroll, each artifact, contains a piece of the wisdom that has been passed down through the ages. To renew the pact, you must first learn from the past." Leander stepped into the chamber, feeling the weight of history and responsibility. His companions followed, their expressions a mix of awe and reverence. Sir Gareth, ever the loyal friend, placed a reassuring hand on Leander's shoulder. "We are with you, Leander. Whatever comes next, we will face it together." The guardian guided Leander to a central table where an ancient, illuminated manuscript lay open. This manuscript tells the story of the first pact made between your great-grandfather, King Cedric, and the guardian of that time. It was a promise of mutual respect and protection, a bond that ensured the prosperity of Mythoria and the enchanted forest. Leander began to read the manuscript, the ancient script revealing the details of the pact. He learned of the ceremonies and rituals that had been performed to honor the pact, of the symbols and sigils that represented the unity between the kingdom and the forest. As he read, the guardian explained the significance of each element, weaving a tapestry of knowledge that spanned generations. After hours of study, Leander felt a deep sense of connection to his ancestors and their commitment to preserving the balance of the land. He looked up at the guardian, determination shining in his eyes. "I understand now. The pact is not just a promise. It is a living bond that must be nurtured and respected. I am ready to do whatever it takes to renew this bond." The guardian nodded approvingly. "You have the heart and the spirit of a true guardian, Prince Leander. The final step in your journey is to perform the renewal ceremony, a ritual that will reaffirm the pact and restore the harmony between Mythoria and the enchanted forest." Leander felt a surge of resolve. "Tell me what I must do." The guardian led Leander and his companions to a sacred grove hidden deep within the valley. The grove was bathed in the soft glow of moonlight, the air thick with the scent of blooming flowers. At the center of the grove stood an ancient altar, its surface covered in intricate carvings and symbols. The renewal ceremony must be performed here, under the light of the full moon, the guardian explained. You will need the crystal lily petal, the sacred artifacts, and your companion's support. Together, you will call upon the spirits of the forest and renew the ancient pact. Leander took a deep breath, feeling the weight of the moment. With the guidance of the guardian and the support of his friends, he was ready to perform the ceremony and restore the balance to his beloved kingdom. The ancient altar in the sacred grove stood before Leander, a testament to the enduring bond between the kingdom of Mythoria and the enchanted forest. But before the renewal ceremony could commence, the guardian led Leander and his companions back into the labyrinthine passages beneath the forest. There was still more to learn, more secrets to uncover. Before you can perform the ceremony, you must understand the full extent of your heritage, the guardian said. We must delve deeper into the secret chamber. Leander, Sir Gareth, Alaric, and Isolde followed the guardian to a hidden alcove within the chamber. The walls were lined with shelves, each holding ancient scrolls and artifacts. The air was thick with the scent of aged parchment and the faint hum of latent magic. The guardian gestured to a particularly ornate chest, its surface inlaid with precious stones and intricate carvings. This chest holds the most sacred artifacts of your lineage, the guardian explained. Within it are the tools you will need for the renewal ceremony. Leander approached the chest with reverence, lifting the lid to reveal its contents. Inside, he found a golden chalice, a dagger with a hilt encrusted in jewels, and a small, intricately designed book bound in leather. Each item seemed to pulse with a faint, otherworldly light. The chalice represents purity, the guardian said, lifting the golden cup. It is to be filled with water from the Whispering Brook, a symbol of the life-giving magic that flows through the forest. Leander nodded, taking the chalice and feeling its weight in his hands. Next, the guardian held up the dagger. This dagger represents sacrifice and protection. It was forged by your ancestors to seal the pact with a drop of blood, symbolizing the bond between the rulers of Mythoria and the forest's magical beings. Finally, the guardian opened the small book. This book contains the words of the ancient incantation, the spell that will renew the pact. Only the rightful heir of Mythoria can speak these words and perform the ceremony. Leander felt a mixture of awe and responsibility as he held the book. The symbols and incantations inscribed within seemed to glow with an inner light. He knew that this knowledge was a gift from his ancestors, a guide to help him restore the balance of the land. With the sacred artifacts in hand, the guardian led Leander and his companions to a secluded corner of the chamber. There, beneath the roots of the ancient tree, was a hidden door. The guardian placed his hand on the door, and it swung open to reveal a spiral staircase descending even deeper into the earth. This is the final part of your journey within the secret chamber, the guardian said. Below lies the heart of the forest's magic. the place where the original pact was made. It is here that you will find the answers you seek. Leander descended the staircase, his companions close behind. The air grew cooler, and the walls glowed faintly with bioluminescent moss. At the bottom of the stairs, they emerged into a vast cavern filled with glowing crystals and shimmering pools of water. The atmosphere was charged with a powerful, ancient energy. In the center of the cavern stood a pedestal, upon which rested an ancient scroll. Leander approached it with reverence, unrolling the parchment to reveal its contents. The scroll detailed the original pact made by King Cedric and the guardian of that time. It described the ceremonies, the rituals, and the promises that had been made to protect and nurture the land. As Leander read the scroll, he felt a deep connection to his ancestors. He understood now that his dreams had been a call to restore the balance, to honor the promises made so long ago. The knowledge of his heritage filled him with a sense of purpose and determination. The guardian placed a hand on Leander's shoulder. "You are ready, Prince Leander. With the knowledge and artifacts you have gathered, you can perform the renewal ceremony and restore the harmony of Mythoria." Leander nodded, his heart full of resolve. "Thank you, Guardian. I will not fail." With the sacred artifacts and the ancient knowledge in his possession, Leander and his companions ascended the spiral staircase and made their way back to the sacred grove. The full moon was high in the sky, casting its silvery light over the grove and the ancient altar. Leander knew that the time had come to fulfill his destiny. Surrounded by his loyal friends and guided by the wisdom of his ancestors, he prepared to perform the ceremony that would renew the ancient pact and restore the harmony of Mythoria. With the sacred artifacts and ancient knowledge in hand, Prince Leander and his companions returned to the sacred grove, bathed in the silvery light of the full moon. The air was thick with anticipation, and the grove seemed to hum with a life of its own. Leander knew that the time had come to uncover the full truth and restore the ancient pact. The guardian stood by the altar, his presence serene and reassuring. "Prince Leander, the ceremony you are about to perform will renew the pact and restore the balance between Mythoria and the enchanted forest. Before we begin, there is one final truth you must understand." Leander felt a mixture of curiosity and apprehension. "What is it, Guardian?" The Guardian gestured for Leander to approach the altar. "Place your hand on the crystal lily petal and close your eyes. The final truth will be revealed to you." Leander did as instructed, feeling the cool, smooth surface of the petal against his palm. As he closed his eyes, a brilliant light filled his vision, and he found himself transported to a place beyond time and space. He stood in a vast, ethereal landscape, surrounded by shimmering figures, his ancestors. King Cedric, his great-grandfather, stepped forward, his eyes filled with wisdom and kindness. Leander, my descendant, you have shown great courage and determination in seeking to restore the ancient pact, King Cedric said. The truth you must understand is the nature of the bond between our family and the magical creatures of the forest. This bond is not just a pact of protection, it is a bond of unity and mutual respect. Leander listened intently as King Cedric continued. Long ago, our family and the forest creatures lived in harmony, sharing the land and its magic. The crystal lily was a symbol of this bond, a living testament to our unity. But over time, as the kingdom grew, we began to take the forest for granted, and the bond weakened. The vision shifted, showing scenes of the past, moments of harmony and moments of discord. Leander saw how his ancestors had nurtured the land and its creatures, and how the neglect and ambition of later generations had strained the relationship. King Cedric's voice echoed in Leander's mind. Your dreams were a call to restore this bond, to heal the rift between our world and the magical realm of the forest. You must renew the pact, not just with words and rituals, but with actions and a commitment to mutual respect. The light began to fade, and Leander felt a deep sense of understanding and responsibility. He opened his eyes, finding himself back in the sacred grove. The guardian's eyes were filled with approval. You have seen the truth, Prince Leander, the guardian said. Now you must act on it. Leander nodded, his heart full of resolve. I will honor the bond and ensure that it is respected by all who come after me. With the sacred artifacts before him, Leander began the renewal ceremony. He filled the golden chalice with water from the whispering brook, feeling the life-giving magic flow through his hands. He placed the chalice on the altar, its contents shimmering under the moonlight. Next, Leander took the jeweled dagger, feeling the weight of responsibility in his grip. He pricked his finger, allowing a single drop of blood to fall into the chalice. The blood mingled with the water, creating a radiant glow. Finally, Leander opened the small, ancient book, its pages filled with the incantations of his ancestors. He read the words aloud, his voice steady and clear. The air around him vibrated with magic as he spoke, the ancient symbols resonating with the power of the forest. As the final words left his lips, a brilliant light enveloped the grove. The crystal lily on the altar bloomed with a radiant glow, its petals shimmering like diamonds. The light spread through the forest, touching every tree, flower, and creature, renewing the bond and restoring the harmony that had been lost. The guardian smiled, his eyes filled with pride. You have done it, Prince Leander. The bond is renewed and the balance is restored. Leander felt a profound sense of peace and fulfillment. He turned to his companions, who looked at him with admiration and respect. Thank you for standing by me, he said. Together, we have ensured a future of harmony for Mythoria and the enchanted forest. With the renewal ceremony complete, Leander knew it was time to return home and begin the work of honoring the bond in his daily life. The crystal lily of the valley continued to bloom in his heart, a symbol of the secrets revealed and the promise of a harmonious future. With the renewal ceremony complete, Prince Leander and his companions prepared to leave the sacred grove. The air was filled with a sense of tranquility, and the forest seemed to hum with contentment. Leander felt a deep connection to the land and its magic, knowing that the ancient bond had been restored. As they made their way back through the forest, the path was clear and welcoming, illuminated by the gentle glow of fireflies. The magical creatures they encountered along the way greeted them with respect and gratitude, recognizing the significance of the ceremony that had taken place. Leander felt a sense of accomplishment, but he also understood that his work was just beginning. The renewal of the pact was the first step in a journey that would require ongoing commitment and respect for the magical beings and the land they shared. Upon reaching the edge of the forest, Leander and his companions were greeted by a group of Mythoria's citizens who had come to welcome them home. Word of Leander's journey and the renewal of the pact had spread throughout the kingdom, and the people were eager to celebrate their prince's success. King Alaric and Queen Seraphina stood at the forefront, their faces alight with pride and joy. Leander dismounted Astral and embraced his parents, feeling the warmth of their love and support. "Welcome home, my son," King Alaric said, his voice filled with emotion. "You have made us all proud." Queen Seraphina nodded, tears glistening in her eyes. "You have restored the harmony of Mythoria and renewed our bond with the enchanted forest. Your courage and wisdom will be remembered for generations to come." Leander smiled, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. "Thank you, Mother and Father. I could not have done it without the support of my friends and the guidance of the Guardian." The citizens of Mythoria cheered, their faces filled with hope and admiration. Leander addressed them, his voice steady and confident. "The renewal of the pact is just the beginning. We must all work together to honor our bond with the forest and its magical inhabitants. Together, we can ensure a future of harmony and prosperity for Mythoria." The celebration that followed